morning, explorers. In honor of tax season, thought I'd talk about the budget today, and also as a little bonus, how your tax filings could pay for a big chunk of your adventure that you decide to go on. I'm going to tell you how you can create a small business, how that's going to provide you deductions and help absorb some of your expenses when you're out on the road. So by setting up a small business, you could literally save yourself thousands of dollars in taxes and recoup a lot of the expenses that you're going to incur on the road, and maybe even deduct part of your tow vehicle or RV itself. It's actually very easy. I'm going to walk you through some of the easy steps. First of all, what you want to decide is you have to know, are you going to truly be full-time? Are you going to get rid of your primary residence, and is this going to be where you live? If the answer is yes, then look into switching your primary residence into a tax-free state. Florida, Texas, South Dakota, all of those are tax-free states that accommodate full-time RVers with just a simple post office box as your permanent residence. Completely legitimate for all the tax purposes. You can go in and spend $100 or so talking to a tax person, and they will be able to kind of give you an outline and pitfalls to avoid. Here's my 4 steps helping you set up this small business. Most of these filings are done completely online. Just Google Secretary of State, whatever state you want, and it'll walk you right through it. You can pay, it's usually about $100, and that completes your business license. Step 2, you're just going to go into your local bank and open a business bank account. Getting this set up to make it a legitimate business, open the bank account, get your EIN, and then you're ready for step 3. Step 3 is something that I just found out recently, and I haven't even used up until this point. Online courses. This is one I found that I really like. This Sean Cannell, he's not sponsoring me or anything, but if you want to tell him Keaton Studios sent you, I'm one of his new students. It will tell you how you can use YouTube to film things, simple editing, possible brand deals, or how to monetize your time on the road. It's kind of a fun way to document your journey, and if you can actually make some money at it, which I hope to, isn't that great to live the lifestyle you want and be able to make a little bit of money at it? Step 4 is to keep detailed records. If you're legitimately going to open a business, remember, you don't have to make money, your first couple of years as a business person. A lot of businesses don't make money the first 2 or 3 years. But if you're going to run a business and you're going to call it a business and you're going to take tax deductions as a business, you need to keep records like you're running your own business. Because I'm telling you, what you're doing isn't just a life hack. It's a legitimate trick that's going to save you thousands of dollars and let you recoup a nice chunk of your travel budget. So the biggest expense that you're going to have by far is gas. We did the entire northeast of the United States, and we moved about every 3 to 4 days. Our gasoline budget was about $1,500 a month. Obviously, the more you travel, the more gas you're going to have. By the time we got to Colorado, we spent the entire month of August in Colorado. We didn't really move more than once a week. That month, we only spent about $500. The coasts are a little tough. Both the East Coast and West Coast are a little tricky just because there's so many people. You get into places like Colorado, Idaho, Arizona. Look at all these national forests. You can almost live in those places for free in dispersed camping sites that are beautiful as any national park. Just the fact that you can spend almost an entire year traveling the U.S. for basically the price of food and gas is pretty incredible lifestyle. Here are just some quick boondocking ideas. In every state, you're going to have national forests. These are actually different than national parks. I recommend highly that you get the National Park Pass. I believe it's $80 for an annual pass. But the national forests are different. They're actually free. They're always free to get in. If you camp there, sometimes they're free, Sometimes they're $7. Sometimes I don't think I ever had to pay more than $15 to stay overnight at a national forest. Completely different than any kind of campground experience you'll have, because generally there's not showers. You're going to have to rely on your own shower and water supply and stuff like that. Near every national forest, you're going to be able to find a Bureau of Land Management office, BLM office. And the BLM offices will give you BLM maps that will show you the dispersed camping sites. In Colorado, some of these sites were 2 to 3 times bigger than any other campground site that you've seen, and they were taken care of and in pristine condition. They were our favorite places, so far off the grid that you felt like you had the forest to yourself.
I want to wake up to this view in the morning.
Other places that you can think of, this is going to be especially key when you're on the coast. If you're involved in any churches or spiritual centers, any clubs or associations that you might be involved with, think of those people and contact them a week or so in advance. It's just a really easy way to do some urban boondocking. There's also the Elks Club. You can become a member of the Elks Club, and you can actually, I believe you can camp there for free. We didn't use this one because we had so many other resources, but you could become a member of the Elks Club. Not only can you camp there for free, but you can also, they have waste disposal stations, so you can dump your RV at pretty much any location across the U.S. And it's a pretty extensive network. I mean, pretty much everywhere we pull into a small town, you can almost find an Elks Club. There's also your relatives. Don't forget about relatives. Honestly, as long as you stay for less than a week, they're probably going to be really excited to see you. Another one that's actually kind of good and could be fun depending on what your lifestyle is almost every casino has free overnight parking. So that's another one to check out. And in the Midwest especially, there's a casino every 100 miles. As a last resort, we would do a Walmart parking lot. Sometimes we would hit a Walmart parking lot if we were in rain and we were just trying to trek across, make a 8-hour drive or a 10-hour drive. We would end up in a Walmart parking lot as little as we possibly could. If we could avoid it, we would. A Walmart parking lot is about what you think it is. Probably a little bit worse than what you think it is, because when you go to Walmart, you usually run in, get your stuff, and come out. If you're actually staying in a Walmart parking lot, it's actually pretty loud and a lot of commotion at night. It's not a very peaceful sleep. It's just at the bottom of my list. And now to my favorite one out of all the boondocking experiences. It's called Harvest Hosts. Less than $100. You can camp at a network of over 300 wineries and vineyards across the U.S. And you camp right on their property. Go in, do their wine tastings, and some of them have the most incredible, beautiful vineyards that you've ever seen, and they're so happy to share their passion with you.
What's up, Pino?
Oh yeah, this is what it's all about. Check out this view. Check out the colors, everything.
When it's all said and done, you only have to walk 30 feet back to your RV and go to sleep. So by far my favorite experience in this whole journey was finding these little harvest host places around, meeting these winemakers that their family passion, sometimes for generations, have been making wine. I just can't say enough about it. If you're gonna do this at all, that would be the one place that I would definitely check out. Harvest Host. They actually have another service that's an add-on called RV Golf. I'm not a big golfer, but they'll put you in a network of another 300 golf courses or something like that, where you can, again, stay literally for free. They're not charging you to stay. They figure if you're gonna go golfing, you're probably gonna spend some green fee money and stuff like that, and they're not gonna charge you at all to go stay on their property. It's literally the most incredible life hack that I've found. And I just want to thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you being here with me. I hope I'm helping you out. Feel free to add some stuff in the comments section. Click up here to subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your comments. Any tips and tricks or questions that you want answered, just shoot them in the comment section. Trying to get back to each and every one of you. Thanks again. Peace.
So 12 was a really good year here in the Valley. And it was obviously a very good year over in Eastern and Washington State, but specifically in the Valley, it's considered one of the vintages of a lifetime. Yeah, it was the perfect farming season. The weather was perfect, the harvest was perfect, everything just went beautifully.
12 was a really great year for wine. It's so crisp and dark and smooth.